the Bowtech Assassin. Just picked it up Wednesday. It's got the Apex True Glow sights on it. It's in the camouflage. I've had them put drop away rest, QAD drop away rest. Come with the Bowtech sling, a wrist strap, stabilizer, got your string stop. It's got the double cams. Had it chronographed at the bow shop with the size arrows I'm shooting, 27 inch, 282. You know, the bow's rated for 333. That's the quiver it comes with it. I got Easton ST Excel arrows with 100 grain field point. It's got a spine strength of 400 and seems to do real well. Out here in the backyard shooting it, getting ready to shoot it now, and Jared's going to man the camera. Shooting a little high at this yardage because we tuned it in at 20 yards. Shoot about an inch high. So one pin is good for 10, 20, and 30. So we'll go down and look at that little group there. Not too bad of a group, just shooting 2 arrows. I was aiming for right in here, hitting up in here, and that's approximately about 14, 15 yards from the deck. But I like it. I've done retired the Parker bow to a bow case, and we'll be shooting the Assassin all the time. Hello everybody, I'm here to do a video. I've been thinking about doing this for a while. You all know the bows that Jared and Big Al and I hunt with. They're Bowtechs. Jared has the Bowtech Destroyer 350. He bought it in 2011. I got a Bowtech Assassin in 2011, and Alvin got his Bowtech Assassin I think in 2011 or 2012, can't remember for sure which. This is the Bowtech Assassin. Now, over the years, the only thing that we've had done, I know me and Jared, and I think Big Al has too, is we've had them restrung. And that's just because of all the usage we've done. The first year we practiced every day with these bows, shot them every day. Now my bow, which has a little bit of dust on it, came, the Bowtech Assassins. If you go back and look at the earlier videos, I think I mentioned all of this. This has been back in 2011 videos. The Bowtech Assassin was R.A.K. Okay, that means they came completely set up. The only thing you needed was arrows and a trigger. You got the quiver, which I don't think there's a name on the quiver. I think it's just a quiver that Bowtech has, and it just comes off like this, and then you pull it up out. Okay, let me set this aside. And then the sights are fiber optics. They're Apex gear, and They're got a little bit of fuzz in there. It's got a bubble level. Okay, and it's got 4 pins. Now my bow, when I initially got it set up, I had it set at the maximum poundage, which was, I can't remember if it went to 75. I know I had it set on 70. When I hurt my shoulder, I had it back down. And then I think we've taken it back up since my shoulder healed. But the first pin was basically my 10 through 30. The second pin was 40 yards. The third pin was 50, and the lower pin was 60 yards. Now, I confirmed these. Went to a good friend of mine's house. He had range, you could shoot almost 100 yards. And we were shooting all the way up to 60 yards. I even went out to 70 and held the lower pin high on the target and hit the target. Now, it came with a 3-brush rest. And as you can see here, I've got the ripcord drop away rest, and I like it. Basically put your arrow on there and raise that thing up, and when you pull back and it releases, drops, so there's nothing in contact with the arrow. It came just with a cardboard stabilizer, and we bought these, let me see what the name is. Octane. Yeah, I had to remember. Octane. It had the same camo pattern as the Bowtech Assassin. Put those on there. It does have a hole in the front. Might have dust in it. It has a hole in the front that I could attach a Midland camera to. It came with an attachment, an action camera that screwed in here, and the camera would sit here. Of course, you can use clamps and put a GoPro here. I think I purchased the strap separately. I don't think it came with a wrist strap. I think I purchased that. But I was trying to see the specs on here. It's kind of hard. Yeah, 70 pound was the max, and that's where I had it set at. It's set at 29-inch draw. The only downfall, gotta remember, this bow is 10 years old now. The only thing that's happened to this bow other than us replacing the strings, and that's just because of all the shooting we done. After about I think it was the first year, we shot every day and then we hunted with them. The second year we had new strings put on. I keep these strings waxed, and haven't had no problems, no fraying or anything. But the only problem with the bow is where I grip it, the camo has come off. Now this bow, the camo, when you feel it, feels almost like rubbery, but the camo has come off here where I grip the bow, and it doesn't bother me. But that's the only thing, is just from holding the bow, walking with the bow in your hand, the camo comes off, or will wear off. There's nothing else I can really say about this other than it's still a good bow. I probably will never have to have another one. The length, if I can see this, draw weight 29, weight up to 70 pounds, cable 36 5/8, and string STR, whatever that is 55 7/16. But this bow is nice. It's short. It's not a real long bow. Has the 80% let off. This thing is great. I've taken many deer with it. Yeah, there's been years I haven't got one. The arrows I use for this bow are put the bow over here. Alright, now the arrow that I use is cut down to 26 inches. These are PSE Radial Weave Stealth Hunter 200s. See if you can see that. I don't know if you can or not. Yeah. Now, I've been told by the archery shop that they don't make these anymore, but I have found them on the web. And of course, I use a gotta remember the name. Shoot, I don't remember the name. They're not wasp. They're oh, that's bad when you can't remember. I don't know. You'll know what they are when you see them. Two-bladed, 100 grain. Best broadheads we've ever used. Yeah, they're just two-bladed. Yeah, they make a slit, but they make a big slit, and they do the job well. Of course, I use small fletching, and then I found a website. I had these wraps made, it says Bowtech Assassin, and had those put on. But these have been great arrows. Haven't had any issues. I want to say these broadheads are razor, but I can't remember. Don't have the packaging, and I haven't had to buy any for a while. They come in a 3-pack, but they are very good. They got a chisel tip that'll focus. You can see there. Then you got these two blades. You got this collar, and when it hits, they spring out. But we have really liked these. Jared, Alvin, and myself, all three use them. But like I said, the Bowtech Assassin has been a great bow. Like I said, I think this came out, can't remember if it came out in 2011 or 2010, but I think they had them for maybe 1 year or 2 years, and then they discontinued them. They went to something else. Don't know why they did that. This bow, all set up with a quiver, the apex sights. Now, it didn't have the octane stabilizer. It just had a cardboard stabilizer, a little bit short. And even with the 3-brush style whisker biscuit that was on it, the bow sold for, I think it was $5.99. So all you had to do, arrows and a trigger, and you was ready to go hunt. The other bows, the Destroyer 350 and Destroyer 320, I think it was, and all their other bows since then, don't come set up. You pay $800,000-$900,000 for the bow, then you got to spend another $500-$600 depending on the accessories you put on it to get your bow equipped so you can go hunting. You just can't pick it up at the shop and go. Nope, you got to get all these other accessories and get them added on and everything. So I think Bowtech kind of dropped the market for the average working man to be able to buy one of their bows. I like the idea of everything being on it at one time. Now, of course, I took off the 3-brush sight, or not sight, 3-brush rest, because I didn't like that. That always was in contact with the arrow, and I went to the ripcord, drop away. The stabilizer was okay, but Jared had got the octane, I think, for his Destroyer 350. I liked it. I got one for my Bowtech Assassin. I think Alvin even has one on his. But they're a great bow. Don't let nobody fool you. If you find one secondhand, if it's been taken care of, I mean, These are solid limbs, they're not split limbs. But if you can find one used, they're great. If it's been taken care of, not abused, they're a great bow. They made another one. This one was the mossy oak camo. Then they made the Bowtech Assassin blackout. Now, it was all black, just like Jared's Destroyer 350. It was the blackout. The whole bow is black. So, it really looks nice. In fact, I wanted to get one, and by the time I got around to having the money to where I could get one, they quit selling them. They was discontinued. So I think you can still get parts for them if something would happen, but to buy one now new, no, you're not going to find one. But just a great bow. I wanted to get this video out. I talked about doing it, and hopefully we'll do one on Jared's Destroyer 350. You know, it's 10 years old. He's hunted with it every time he's been out. He takes care of it, doesn't leave it in the vehicle, and it's still going strong. So with that, appreciate you watching J&J True Outdoor Adventures. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll see you in the woods. Thanks for watching.